for the hiccup there. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, so that was a pain to set up, but we are good now. So, welcome. My name is Rombodawg. It's me. Hi. So I'm not going to move the camera and face it towards me. You're just going to see this the whole time. But today we're doing the teardown of the Onexplayer Mini. Beautiful device. Sorry about that glare. I actually have, I got this on Amazon. It's just a little thing I installed. It's a little phone stand, but it works really nice to stand up the Onexplayer. So I installed this myself, and I put a little bit of tape on the bottom so it doesn't slide. That doesn't come pre-installed. But we are going to be tearing this bad boy down. My supplies that I have with me: pair of scissors, iFixit toolkit. I don't remember the exact name of this specific kit, but and the lid comes in handy. It's got all the little perforations there, so you can put your screws. Pencil and a little bit of paper, and I'm going to use this to mark exactly which screws go to what when I put them here, because there are going to be multiple sets of screws, like the back screws, the screws that go to the heat sink, all that sorts of stuff. So we're going to be marking all of that. Okay. I need to do one more thing actually, and I got my mouse and keyboard here so I can pull everything up. Come on. So actually, while I was fumbling around, I had, of course, I had closed all the nice prep work that I had set up for myself, so I got to reopen it. So I'm going to be following a little video guide. Okay, sorry, I was just reading chat. I'm going to be following a little video guide that I will link in the comments real quick. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get any copyright BS, but let me see, what do I want to do here? Actually, first let me make sure there's no audio coming through. Okay, we're going to turn off webcam capture. Okay, I just want to make sure there's no desktop audio coming through. So let me go and pull up my references here real quick. Okay, so it's a little video that I believe was made by a Chinese YouTuber, and it just shows, like, basically, come on. Okay, sorry, I'm not very good at multitasking. So it just shows a teardown of the Onexplayer Mini, and I'm going to be following that guide because it's going to be a lot easier than me trying to do it myself without following it. And there is some Chinese wording at the bottom as he does it. He doesn't talk at all. It's all just like music, and he just rushes through really fast. Let me make sure we're still good here. I'm trying to watch the live feed. It's a little bit delayed though. We're still live? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's some Chinese wording, and I took screenshots of it and then translated it with Google Translate. So I'm just trying to pull up all my references. Okay, so the first part's the easiest part. We are going to, so let's see what the video says here. So remove 6 screws on the back. Easy stuff. So first, obviously, make sure it's off. There's no light. It's so delayed. I have YouTube pulled up, but I'm about to pull up Streamlabs. It's just harder to see it in a compact view. Okay. Okay, I just won't be able to see comments if I do that. Give me 1 sec, sorry. Okay, that's better. Okay. Okay, after all this time, let's finally get started. So, first step, remove the screws on the back. Oh yeah, I need a link. Yeah, let me link this video so you guys can follow along. So, 1 second. Okay. There's the video that I am following. That's the video I'm following if you guys want to follow along with me. Yes, no touch throw. Your comments are golden. I will definitely see them. Okay, perfect. So, let's get started. So in the video at, gosh, I can barely read that. I think it's at 40 seconds. Yeah, at 40 seconds, it just shows you where the screws are. So luckily this isn't in the way. And sorry, this is kind of upside down, but I'm sure you guys can figure out where stuff is when it's a little upside down. Okay, so 6 screws, I believe. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the little screw that is, I'm assuming, a warranty sticker, like void warranty if you remove the sticker. But it's only got a 1-year warranty anyway, and I insure my handheld through a company called Akko. And who says we can't just stick that right back there, you know? No one's gonna watch my live stream, right? Right? Yeah, probably not. So we're just gonna stick this right, let's just stick it right there for safekeeping. And then, I actually don't know what bit is going to go in there. Oh, was this even long enough? Those are some deep screws. You know what? I don't even know if this is long enough. Okay, let's try. Yeah, let's try one of these and see if they're long enough. So we're going to use the 0. Oh yeah, they're just long enough. Just barely, oh sorry, just barely long enough. I'm trying to move this up a little bit. I might swap these just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. Actually, you know what, I'll move this up. There we go. Now I can work a little closer to myself. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just start at the bottom. I'm actually going to write this down first. So just do rear panel screws. And then I'll put this little sticker right here. Oh, is that one not long enough? Ooh, that one might not be long enough. Well, let's see. I do have this super skinny boy. This super skinny boy. Oh, did we cut out? Oh, there we go. I got this bad boy. Where's my... There it is. Let's see if that'll take it. Nope. I think it's just stripping it. Oh, did I get it? It's so hard to see in there. I think it would fit if I can just angle it right. Maybe if I take it out of this. Oh, I think I got it. Without the little, without the case on it. There we go. Yep. Oh. It like wants to grip on it because it's magnetic, but it doesn't like to take the screw out. And you're going to want to use magnetic bits, though iFixit ones are magnetic. If you don't, these screws can very easily get kind of stuck in there. Come on. Okay, here we go. And these are some small screws. Oh, okay. There's the first one. And that is really small. Actually, I think that might be a different size than the other ones. Oh, maybe not. They all look pretty small. So, okay, there's my first one. Let's keep going. I'll probably use here. Let's do the other one. Let's do the matching sides here. If I can get it in there. This isn't going to be a very exciting stream, I know, but it's going to be a very informative stream because there's not really a lot of English videos on how to do this. Nope, I don't think I got that one. These suckers are hard to get out. If you're watching this back on YouTube, feel free to skip ahead to when I actually get all of these out. I will like wave my hand or something on the screen. Or not, or I'll just forget. Come on. I'm not sure if I'm even getting... I don't think I'm even getting into the screw hole. Am I like picking a lock? Is that what I'm doing? It's that difficult. This thing will not go in. It should be the same size screw, but it's just not going in. Oh, you know what? It's probably already unscrewed. Is it? I don't know. I can't tell. It's so hard to see in there. Did they just make like one of them not magnetic? Maybe I'll try bigger bits. I just don't think I unscrewed it. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. It's in. I need like pliers? Will these fit in there? This is like way more difficult for removing a screw than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. Like literally, all I'm doing is trying to remove a screw and I've been here for like 5 minutes. I just don't understand why it's not coming out. Maybe the bit is too small. Let's try a bigger bit. I just took that other one out, so I'm like, it should be the same size bit. Oh, I got a bigger bit and immediately it fit. Okay. There we go. I think. I think what might be happening is the screw might be a little stripped, like on the inside. And as I'm unscrewing it, I'm pushing on it, and it's just immediately like getting pushed right back in. Let me try screwing it back in. Okay, wait, I think I got it. I'm gonna unscrew it. Now what they need to do, yeah, this is literally the worst screw in history. I'm sorry, Onexplayer, I love your handheld, but you gotta get your shit together. And no thanks to iFixit, but these could be just like a 1/2 inch longer. Oh, sorry. These could be like a 1/2 inch longer, or even like these bits could be a 1/2 inch longer. And it would make the world of difference if these were just like a tad bit longer, so they could fit in these tiny crevices. Okay, I'm gonna try getting this in, screwing it back in. And then unscrewing it. Okay, it's screwed in all the way. Now let's try gently unscrewing it until it just falls out. And then maybe we can tap it out with something like this. Still in there. So I hear it like, well, as I'm unscrewing, I hear it unscrew. Then it clicks like it's popping back into the screw hole. So I'm trying not to push like up on it as I'm screwing. What we might have to do is just, and I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have to unscrew all the other ones, unscrew everything, and then pull the lid as we unscrew that screw. So it kind of pops off. And that might not be the most recommended thing to do, but that's what we're going to have to do. Because this is not, it's just not coming out. I've been doing this for like 10 minutes. So yeah, let's move on. Whew. All right. So let's go. Let's work our way up here. Did I get that one? No, I did not. All right. So we should be able to use the smaller bit. I think this will fit there. Okay, that one came right out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I hope all of these aren't like that. Was I not even unscrewing that? Because it feels like it's screwed in all the way. I might not have unscrewed that at all. Let's get the bigger, so I've been using the OO. Let's just use the O, or the circle, whatever. I'm going to use the regular circle a bit. Oh my gosh, that one's doing it too. It's like going right back in. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, it's not breaking. It's just, it's not unbreaking is the problem. Oh my gosh, why is it? Okay. I don't know what happened to my video feed. Let me try starting this again. Sorry about that. I don't know where my video feed went. Of course. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm using like a Android to Streamlabs converter. Okay, yeah, we're back. So frustrating. I'm gonna literally, oh, I'm getting spit all over it. I'm gonna literally have to pop it and all the screws are gonna go everywhere. So that's gonna be just great. That is going to be fantastic. These things are just not coming out, man. It is like the most frustrating thing in the world. My tweezers aren't like wide enough to pull them out. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to just keep unscrewing and then take the thing apart. And make sure everything is unscrewed before we start yanking things off. That one I might need the bigger bit for. I'm just surprised one of them came out and then none of the other ones did. Like, I don't understand why. Oh my gosh, that one's tough. Okay. I think it was that one. So maybe this one will come out too. Nope. Oh, it did! What the actual? WT actual F. No, it wasn't. This one and this one came out. None of the other ones do. I don't freaking get it. Okay. I don't think I did this one. Okay, that one I got. That one I got. This one. I got that one. I got that one. That one's out. That one's out. Okay. Oh. Still alive. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's so frustrating. Let's just turn it over real quick. None of them are falling out. Okay. Let me move on in my little video. Top bracket comes off. Okay, so the top bracket actually just pops right off. So this is the fun part. Actually, this is not the fun part at all. This is the scary part, because this thing can snap like super easy. It is very very thin plastic. So we just want to really, really gently pry it up. Don't put the thing in the heat sink hole. You want to just go to like the side. Oh gosh, the front's already coming off. Or just go where the buttons are. Actually, I might not even do that. Let's use something a little thinner, because these are kind of thick. Where did I put that tool? I just had, where's my little poking tool? Oh, it's right here. So yeah, this thing is much thinner if you have the iFixit toolkit. This little poker slash prying tool is much thinner, so we can kind of get that in there. Actually, maybe not. I might not be able to get that in there. We just want to use the least amount of pressure to get this open. There we go. Okay, see? I already popped that corner. See, I just went right in. Oh, sorry. You can see that. Woo! Right there. I went right in on the button, pressed the button down, and then I just kind of popped it right from the side. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going around the corners. Not putting too much pressure. Yeah, right? It really is a sinkhole. Okay, we're just going to keep going around the corners, not putting too much pressure. Oh, yeah, okay. Ooh, gosh, I don't want to freaking break this thing. Let's just start on the other end now. mess around. Push on the button. Pry it. Oh gosh, okay. Try to have some leverage so this thing doesn't go flying off your table. There we go. Oh! Oh, do we? Okay, sorry. It popped like right into my face. So all I was doing, it was just like that, and it went up like about halfway, and it was starting to yank. I didn't want this to snap. It was starting to yank real hard, and it was still stuck on this side. So I just pushed the button down on the other side and pried it off. And there we go. The top piece is off. Now when you remove the top piece, there will be, I believe, I'm going to check the video, 2 screws, yep. So 1 screw right here, and 1 screw right here. So those need to be removed in order for the back plate to come off, because the back plate is actually attached with those screws. So let's go ahead and do that next. And I'm actually going to get another label and write top plate screws. We're gonna put it right here. And then let's get our little screwdriver. Try not to drop the screws into the heatsink. That would be very unfortunate. I don't think they'll fall all the way in there, but if they get into the side or something, they're going to be really hard to fish out. Very gently remove them. Okay, so there's only 2 on top. Try not to press the power button while you're doing this. It would not be a good idea. We are going to need to do the bottom also. But I'm going to try not to put it directly on its top because we don't want to press the power button. So this is going to be a little bit harder for you guys to see. But I'm going to progress the video tutorial here. Okay, now they said the bottom cover is glued on. That sucks, let's be honest. But we're gonna take it off anyway. So there's a little more space in the bottom. Actually, I might be wrong. They said it's glued on, so I don't think it snapped together. So if we can just get something in there to tear it off, we should be good to go. Hey, thanks for stopping by. No touch, though. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I can actually see the glue on the bottom, so we should be able to just get something in there and take it right up. Yeah, this might be a little more difficult. Oh, speak of the devil, one of our back screws just fell out. So I guess we'll have to watch for those falling out. Man, this is a pain. Alright. We just need to try to get this in there. I really don't want to put them, there's holes here for the docking station to go in. I kind of don't want to ruin those, but we might have to go in there and use those to pry up from. I just feel like I would ruin them. Let's try. In the video I'm following, it just says the bottom cover is glued on, just tear it off, but there's not really a good way to like get in there. Actually, this side seems to have a little bit more empty space, so we're going to try to get in here. I'm sorry, you can't really see this very well, but I'm trying to get good leverage. I'm just using my little pry tool, and I'm just going to get it in the corner and try to peel the bottom cover from left to right down. So I'm just getting it in there for now. Nope, and we just dropped another screw. Oh, what did we just drop? Oh, okay. Well, we just dropped the button cover. I think that just sits there, actually. That doesn't even... So I didn't even know this comes off. But this is the button cover. As you can see right there. It actually sits right on top of there. So that fell off. It's no big deal. We can put it back on. It's going to probably fall off again later since the top cover is not on. So we're going to just put that to the side. Okay, let's get back to prying this off. I think it was this side we were prying off. This thing is really glued tight on there. Try not to hurt myself. I don't know how they pry it off there. Probably gonna need something thinner. Let's try one of these little disc thingies. I'm about to see if I can just wear down some of this plastic and get in between it. I really don't want to be using a metal tool on this, but I feel like I'm not going to be able to get under this without it. Yep, there we go. Okay, I got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I did have to use the metal tweezers to get into the corner, but as you can see, if we can find the camera, I got the bottom corner up, and we're just going to peel it right off. And it just peels right up. There's nothing holding it on there but glue. Comes right up. So let's put that to the side. And as you can see, there are 2 more screw holes right there, there. Actually, there are 3. There are 3 allied. Yes, there are 3. And I believe you have to take them off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yes, 3 screws on the bottom. Okay, so we will take these screws out now. I was really worried about that little the bottom plate, because I did not think I was going to be able to get it off without breaking something. Luckily, got the metal tweezers in there. Be careful if you're using metal on this to pry something open, because it is going to be like dead if you poke something metal on metal, if you hit a trace on something, if you poke the battery, if you scratch the motherboard, and it can just, it's not going to be good. So try to use plastic tools if possible to pry things open. So you don't so you minimize any damage you can do to it. But I did have to use the metal tweezers to pry open just to get into the corner of the bottom, and then I used the plastic to pry it open the rest of the way. So now let's go ahead and take off the screws in the bottom. And I'm going to, why am I losing all my tools? It's right there. Okay. And I'm, again, not trying to I'm trying not to put this on the top. I'm trying not to lay it on the top because I don't want to, these must be some good screws. I don't want to press the power button while we're doing this. So I'm just leaving it on the back side for now. I'm sorry you can't see me unscrew these, but I'm sure you know how to unscrew a set of screws. Are these just the longest screws in the world, or are these not coming off? I don't know what's going on. I might actually have to pry these off while I'm unscrewing them, because I think they might be stuck in there. I don't know why they're not coming out. I've already unscrewed it all the way. I think they're doing the same thing that the screws on the back cover were doing. Is they're unscrewing, but then they're not coming out. I'm trying to get them out with the tweezers. Just going to try to unscrew them as much as possible, and then pull them out with the tweezers. Got it. Okay. Yep. So the bottom screws also are extremely hard to get out. And let me make a new label. Okay. And I actually had to get the tweezers in the side and yank it out. So they really don't make this the easiest thing to disassemble, and I don't think they expect you to disassemble it. Oh, that one came out easy. I don't think they expect you to disassemble it, but a lot of people will, because they charge an arm and a leg for upgrades to 2 terabytes. And you can save a lot of money by buying your own SSD and upgrading it. Okay, bottom screws are out. Top screws are out. Now we just have to get the back screws out. Now I can already feel the back plate basically wants to come out. Yeah, see the sides of the back plate is already like popping off. So let's move my tools. And start prying this bad boy off, and I don't even really have to pry it off. I really just have to gently pop it. Okay, so there's a screw there. So let's go ahead and get my screwdriver in there. Is there a screw in there? Oh, there's no screw in there, okay. Okay, that was just a clip. There are screws on this side. Oh, there's only one screw left on this side. Did I lose some screws? Oh, I hope I didn't lose screws, because I don't see screws on these sides. But I don't see screws in here. So I think we may have lost some screws. Whoops. Okay, that one's not coming out, so let's unscrew that a little bit more. Okay. Oh my gosh, no, we didn't lose the screws. They're stuck. They're stuck in the... They're legit. Look at that. They are stuck in the faceplate. I need to pop them out. That is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. They are legitimately stuck in the faceplate. I'm glad I didn't lose them. I'm just using my pencil. I should probably shouldn't use my pencil so the lead doesn't get stuck in there. But let's just pop those out. Okay. You have the back open. Now this thing looks beautiful. But the very, very first thing you need to do is to remove the battery. Before you touch anything in here, remove the battery. And we're going to watch my little video here and make sure I have the right place where he removes the battery. Okay, I believe that is it. I'm pretty sure, because there's a connector here and then there's a connector here. Is that the right spot? It looks like the connector might be here, but then there's a connector to the motherboard. Batteries connect to motherboards, right? But that might be the joystick. This isn't very clear. Disconnect the battery immediately. Okay, really don't want to mess anything up here. So we want my plastic tool. Don't use metal. Do not use metal inside this. My plastic tool. And then we want to disconnect the battery, which I believe it's this one, right next to the fan. Because what I'm seeing is the heat sink and the fan right here. Oh gosh, okay. I might need an extra light. Because it looks like there's something plugged in here too. I don't think that's the battery. Oh, you know what? That looks like the heat sink. I think I might have to disconnect the heat sink first. Okay, I think I have to move the heatsink. I really don't want to be messing around in here without the battery disconnected. But I believe the battery is actually under the heatsink. Or not the heatsink, sorry, I keep saying heatsink. It's under the fan, which we will have to remove extremely carefully. Gosh, I really don't even want to mess with it, but here goes nothing. I'm just going to try to remove this tape. Make sure it's not on first. Okay. Removing that tape, I'm going to put it right over here so I remember it's needed. And then the fan. And while you're doing this, I didn't even know you had to do this, so I'm a little bit nervous because I'm removing things inside without having the battery removed. Let me write fan screws. If you're working inside a machine with the battery connected, be extremely careful not to touch anything that is going to short the battery. Are those slightly different screws? No, they're not. Okay. Do not remove the Wi-Fi card. Do not start pulling off heat sinks. Be extremely careful. Okay, I think we have the fan disconnected. Very gently pull it up. Oh, I'm pulling on the heat sink. I'm not pulling on the fan right now. It should be connected with some thermal paste. Or actually, I see there's more tape down here. Again, extremely careful. To remove this tape. This is kind of a pain in the butt. I really don't want to set this fan down. We're going to have to take this tape off the bottom and then take the tape off. There's tape on the battery plug, which is really annoying. We have to take that tape off too, and then we have to unplug the battery. So again, don't use metal tools, but I'm using this plastic tool to take up the tape that's covering the wires on the fan. So that way I can move the fan out of the way. And of course this tape is falling into pieces. Oh gosh, okay, I got it. Okay, we're just going to move the fan upside down. Perfect. Now we have to remove the battery. So I see the battery connector, it's right here under the fan. So there's the battery, the fan was right here, and the connector is actually in between the battery and the fan. So we are going to very gently disconnect the battery. And there is some tape on that. I don't know if I need to remove that. We're going to try to disconnect the battery. Oh gosh, this is the nervous part. I think it just comes up straight. Oh, I could be wrong. Hold up. Hold up. I think it might actually come out. I think I need to take the battery out. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I hope I didn't just ruin that connector. I think the battery actually slides outward to the right. Ooh, I may have just messed up that connector. Let's hope not. So we might actually have to remove this battery first. I don't know, is it glued in there? Let me see what he shows in the video. Is the battery, no, the battery's, okay, no, the battery's disconnected without taking the battery out. So let's not take it out. Let's just take it disconnected. It's taking a lot of force. I'm going to try taking this tape off first. So I can see what's going on here. It's really hard to get in there. It's such a small area. I'm just trying to get this tape up right now. Oh, of course, drop the back cover. Let's see if I can grab that. Okay. This tape that they use is a pain in the ass. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see it. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. There's a screw holding the battery. Oh my gosh. I hope I did not just wreck this thing. There's a screw right here. Oh my gosh. And it holds the battery in place. And I was yanking on it. And that's what the tape is for. Okay, the connector looks okay. It does look okay. Wow, that was like almost bad. So this little piece that is covered in tape. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know why it does this. I'm sorry. My stream decides to cut out sometimes. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. Okay. The video keeps cutting out. I'll just have to restart the app. Give me one sec, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if you saw, we removed the fan, we removed this piece of tape right here across the bottom, flip the fan down. Then what you want to do is right here next to the battery there's a screw that holds the battery connector in place. This is what it looks like. It's a very tiny, I don't know if you can really see that. Here we go. It's a very tiny piece of metal with tape on it. It holds the battery connector in place. Once you unscrew that right there, the battery connector will disconnect. Once the battery is disconnected, you're safe. You're good to start ripping out wires. I mean, okay, don't actually do that, but once the battery is disconnected, the system is no longer powered on. But you want to then go up here. Okay, we're actually going to need my little button arrangement. Pop that back on there. Oh gosh, it doesn't like to stay on without the top cover. Okay. Hold the power button. Hold the power button, click it a few times to get any static out of the machine. Hold it for 15 seconds. And then I'll click it a few times also. Alright, and then I'm going to take that little cover off again, put it back in here. Let me get another little note and write battery connector holder. Battery connector holder. Yeah, and you're definitely going to want one of these little parts trays and label all the things because there's a lot of different sets of screws in here. Okay, so now that we have the battery disconnected, we've clicked the power button a bunch of times, we've made sure that this thing's not coming on, the battery's disconnected. We're good to start disconnecting Wi-Fi cards and taking off this shroud that actually hides the M.2 stick. So I'm going to tear off the rest of this tape. And I'm not afraid to get in here. Obviously, you want to be extra careful. Let's flip this back up. You still want to be extra careful with these very fragile wires because they're very small, very fragile. They're little babies. But you just don't have to worry about it like short-circuiting because of the battery connected. Let's go ahead and take this little piece of tape, which is connecting the, not connecting, but just covering the Wi-Fi card. Wi-Fi cards connectors. That right there. And then this should come up, and actually we're going to need to remove that piece of tape also. Just be really careful so that battery connector doesn't go back into this connection and start the machine up again. So let's go ahead and remove this piece of tape. And I'm actually just going to use my hand because I'm not worried about anything shorting. Oh, this tape sucks, dude. It is just falling apart. Yeah, it's just ripping. Okay, it just ripped in half. So we're just gonna put it over here. And I'm not like labeling what the tape is. You can do that. I'm just hoping I remember. I mean, I'm gonna try to remember that all the wires need taped down neatly. That should be easy enough. So we'll put the fan right here. We're going to disconnect these Wi-Fi connectors. So there's two very little Wi-Fi connectors, and it's very important, and I need to write this down. So green cable goes to main, black cable goes to aux. So very important that you remember which connector goes to which. So the filled in goes to green, and then the not filled in goes to black. Okay, that's really important if you want your Wi-Fi to work on your system. So definitely connect those cables right. And then we're going to just disconnect those. And it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh yeah, we want to disconnect the Wi-Fi. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll keep that screwed in, and we'll just try to yank these off real quick. Try not to break the thing. Okay, there we go. Using the plastic tool makes it a lot easier to get these little tiny connections out. This one's having trouble. Okay, there we go. Got both of them out from the other side here. And then we're going to want to remove that Wi-Fi card. And we're going to put this right here and label that Wi-Fi card. Alright. And that should slot out just like a little M.2 connection. I'm actually just going to put that right over there. So we are like on the home stretch, guys. We're almost done. Just have to get a few more screws, and I'm just going to make sure I'm doing everything right in this video that I'm following. Remove the fan, battery. Oh, he actually did pull out the battery. I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep it disconnected. He talks about the speakers and all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. Am I still live? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, here we go. Take off metal plate. Yep, that's all he says next, is take off the metal plate. Okay, so we're going to want to find all the screws for this metal plate, which I see one on the top, one on the bottom, one on the right. And I think that's it. And then there's actually little rivets around the side, so you kind of have to pull it off the rivets. So we're going to go ahead and get these little screws. Oh, and it actually comes right up as you pull these, or as you unscrew these. The metal plate is very eager to come up. I'm going to put this here and label that metal plate. Actually, this is like one of my last pieces of paper, so we're in good shape here. Yeah, so just so you guys know, for reference, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sets of screws. So definitely be labeling your screws. Oh, I found another screw. There's one right here off to the side. And I actually have a screw stuck to my screwdriver. There we go. Oh, that one's still stuck. Okay. There we go. It's off. Okay, metal plate is off. That screw is, oh, that's not a screw. That's like a, whatever you call that thing. You can see that. Let me get my hand under there. Ooh, if I can get that position right. Yeah, you see that? It's like a post. It's less of a screw, more of a post. So we'll set that to the side. And here we are, guys. There is your M.2. Finally, we made it. All we have to do is remove the heatsink. Very gently. Looks like a nice little band-aid for your wounds after your hard work, all the pain you've gone through. You can see the nice heatsink there. And then we're just going to unscrew our M.2 stick. And it comes up just like any other PC would. Pull that out. Let me grab my other one. Oh gosh, I'm shaking the whole freaking table. Whew. Now's the best part. Oh, I'm so excited. This is my Samsung Evo 1 terabyte. Perfect fit. Make sure it's in there properly. I already have Windows installed. I already have my current drive cloned. And we're done. Thanks for watching. No, I'm just kidding. We gotta put it back together. Okay. So now I have to do everything in reverse. Fun. And we need to make sure we don't miss any steps. So I'm going to go through this backwards. So let's put on the metal plate first. So we got the M.2 screw in. It's kind of nice just to look at it, like just to take a moment and appreciate the fine work they've done here. Because this is an entire PC. This is a laptop made in this tiny form factor. It looks bigger on screen, but like this thing is tiny. I mean, look at my hand compared to this thing. It is so small. Okay. Make sure there are no wires in the way. And then let's put on, oh, first we need to do the tape. It has tape on it, but we'll just put this tape on just in case. Just in case it has some anti-conductive properties. Make sure that's not getting into any sort of slots. And actually, I think I got some hair or something on that, so I'm going to try to peel that off. Okay. New M.2 is installed. Let's put back our nice little metal plate, and you can actually see there's a nice little bit of if I can think of the name, thermal paste, thermal pad. There we go. And there's thermal pads all over this thing too. So let's go ahead and these Wi-Fi connectors are pain in the ass. Pain in the butt, sorry. Language. Okay. That just slides right in there. Perfect. New connections are in the way. Let's get the top one screwed in first. Okay. So where is my metal plate screws? Here we go. We'll go crossways here, so we'll start at the bottom. I don't know how well screwed in that part was. I'm not going to screw it in all the way because it's like already bending, and I don't really want to bend that connector because there's a connector right under that. So it's not loose, but it's not screwed in all the way, because you can see there's a little post under that. So we're just going to leave that somewhat loose, somewhat screwed in. But once the metal plate is on, it shouldn't, well, I don't know, should I screw it in all the way? Let me see how, I wish I would have paid attention how screwed down that was in the first place. I mean, that's pretty screwed in. I think it'll be fine. Oh, okay. Yep. I can screw that in all the way. It doesn't go nearly as far down as I thought it would. Yeah, that's good. I screwed that in all the way. That one. Can we have one more? Oh shoot, which one was this? Ooh, I don't remember. Was it this one or this one? Ooh. Okay, we're going to have to put the fan back on and see which screw this went to. Oh, it wasn't that one, right? No, it wasn't. Okay. Oh, that's backwards. Okay. Okay, it is that one. Okay. Oh gosh, okay. It doesn't seem like it's screwed in all the way. Did I strip it? No, it's screwed in, right? Okay. So what was the step immediately before this? What does that say? Okay, so I guess he disconnected the battery right before that. So we want to reconnect the Wi-Fi card. I believe, right? Yeah. So what do we have? Battery connector. What does this say? Fan screws? Okay, we got the metal plate screws. That one's done. Rear panel, top panel, bottom, Wi-Fi card. Okay, so let's just do the Wi-Fi card. Which angle does it go in? Okay, it doesn't, it's not like an M.2, it doesn't go in at a very far angle. realized I screwed that into the wrong place. This does not go there. No wonder it didn't go in all the way. That was the Wi-Fi card screw. I was like, that doesn't feel right. It's because that was the Wi-Fi card screw. And where does this screw go? Oh, it goes down here. Oh, I'm such an idiot. It goes under the Wi-Fi card. I put that screw in where the Wi-Fi card was supposed to go. No wonder it felt like it wasn't going in all the way. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, now we have our little cheat sheet. If you can't see that, basically the little black, at least for my Onexplayer Mini, yours might be different, but for my Wi-Fi card, the black arrow that says main goes to the green wire. The white arrow, or I guess in this arrow or triangle that says aux, goes to the black connector. So let's start with the main, which goes to the green. And that should just pop right in. These things are kind of harder to pop in than they look. I might use my plastic connector here so I don't break anything. Let me flip this around. Oh gosh, I'm already breaking it. Okay, I got that in. I don't know what I just flung across the room. Oh, it was just the top of my thing. Did that? Okay, the screen just... I'm really sorry about that, guys, but my stream likes to just randomly stop working. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So we're reconnecting the Wi-Fi cards. The Wi-Fi card. And again, we got the green, the black triangle to the green wire, the white triangle, the black wire. I get really anxious when I have to work with very small objects. So I'm sorry, but this is hell for me. Okay. The Wi-Fi card is back in. It's actually kind of cool to see the L2 function while it's opened. I would show you, but you can see it in the video I linked in the comments. I'm not going to lift this up while the fan's out. Okay, now we need to tape down the Wi-Fi card. Actually, I think, let me see. The fan was taped here, the Wi-Fi card was taped here, and then this was taped. But I believe they have the battery. Yeah, I think I need to reconnect the battery before I put the fan back. Let's just try to tape everything back. Alright, so there was a giant piece of tape here. that all the way up? I don't remember. I might redo that. Okay, that piece of tape is very important for the fan to blow the air straight out and not like back. Okay. Let me make sure, so battery, back panel. Okay. And I think all we have left is the fan screws and the battery cover screws. So we really need to put the battery cover screws in first before we put the fan screws in first. But as soon as we put the battery screws in, the battery has to be connected. And then that's when we have to be extremely careful with everything. So, can I put the fan down? No, you really can't put the fan in and with the battery down. Okay. So let's take that over. We'll take these. How is this situated? Right there. That. Okay, yeah, that's I'm assuming how it was. So I'm just putting the tape back over where the Wi-Fi connector, the Wi-Fi card connectors are. So they're not in front of the clips. And where the fan connector is. Now we are going to very, very gently reconnect the battery. And I hope I didn't mess it up. Okay. So this is the really nervous part. We have to reconnect the battery, and then put the fan back, and then reassemble the whole thing. Okay. That sounds like it's connected. I think. I could power it on real quick to make sure that it's actually connected, but I'll probably at least screw in the fan first. But we do want to check that the battery is connected properly before we put everything back together. Okay. I'll just get 2 of these fan screws in very lightly, and then we'll power it on and immediately power it off, just to make sure that the battery is connected. It's up to you if you want to do this. You can reassemble the whole thing, but I'm doing it to be safe, just to make sure that it's actually properly connected. Before I assemble the whole thing, I have to tear it apart if it's not properly connected. So, yep, powering on. Come on, turn back off. There we go. Okay. Did power on. Whew. Gosh, that made me nervous. Okay. So now we need to put that little screw on. For the battery cover. Very, very gently move the fan. Get the battery cover. Place it down. Or the battery connector cover, I should say. So the battery does not come disconnected while you are playing. Okay. Put the fan back. And put the screws back on the fan. Make sure there are no wires also that are like stuck. You don't want anything getting pinched. And just checking and make sure all these wires are loose and they're not caught in those screws. Okay. Press this tape down a little bit more so that's nice and snug right there. Okay, one more fan screw. And we are done. Just gotta put the back panel on and the screws and everything. Let me just make sure I'm not missing any screws from the inside. So we have the rear panel screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Top plate screws, bottom plate screws. Wi-Fi card screws are all gone. Get rid of that. Battery panel holder screws, fan screws, all gone. This little buddy went right here. Actually, oh, I think this was just the other side of that piece of tape, so we're good. Pretty sure I got all the tape back where it was supposed to go. Pretty sure. I may have missed a piece or two, but we should be good. And okay, yeah, just making sure we're still good there. And yeah, we're good to put the back panel on, and we should be good to power this puppy on and get moving. So let us put this back panel back on very gently. Should just very closely slide back into place. There we go, everything's slid very gently into place. We're going to snap it together. And actually, I don't think it even snaps together really. Okay, the sides do. The sides snap together. There's some snapping there. Okay. Now we will go ahead and put the bottom cover back on, which was just, oh sorry, we need to put the screws in, duh. So let's get the top screws in first. I'm going to hold that top plate closed while I put these in. I was really worried I didn't have that battery connector all the way in at first, because it just looked a little bit off. But it turned on. It would not have turned on if it was not connected properly. So the top screws are connected. We can put this little bad boy back on. Very simple. Just line it up with the little holes there. And then we're going to put the top bracket on. This snaps right into place. Very nice. We'll get the bottom screws in there. Try to hold the back panel on while I screw these in, just in case. There are 3 on the bottom, 3 screws on the bottom, and 2 screws on the top. Perfect. And then the bottom actually just glues on. So the glue is still pretty sticky. So we're just going to line it up. Make sure the USB-C is properly lined up. And then drop it, you know, because that's part of what we're supposed to do here. This thing is very slippery. For how sleek they make it, it is a slippery boy. So we're going to try to very nicely line it up. And then it just glues right back on. Get a little bit of pressure applied. So the glue goes back on there. And then we just have to put in the back screws. Okay, and actually I think these all these screws I'm pretty sure are the same. I didn't really look at it very close. they all look the same to me. So we're going to go ahead and put these back in. And of course they don't want to fit with my long iFixit handle. So we're going to use it, start it by hand. Until it gets too hard to turn. And then we'll put this on here. Come on, get it in there. Okay, that's good enough. Screw 2. Okay, it's in pretty tight. Screw 3, and I'm actually going to go cross pattern. So let's go to the other side. Screw 4. If you hear clicking, that's the buttons, the thumbsticks. Sorry, the thumbsticks clicking in as I push down on this thing. Screw 5. And screw 6. And the last thing we do is check our parts tray and make sure we don't have any extra parts, because that's really important. So we're just going to do one of these. Nope, looks like we put everything back together. So even though we did turn it on, the moment of truth is, will it boot? Here we go. Oh yeah, after you disconnect the battery, I believe it has to be plugged in. Oh no, it's booting. I thought it had to be plugged in after you disconnected the battery, but it is booting up. Windows 11, okay. Device is getting ready. That's a good sign, boys and girls. We don't discriminate. Might take a minute. Do 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 do. Got the Onexplayer in my hand. I couldn't think of more words. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's a really short-lived song. Okay, we got Windows. Let's go. Let's go! Oh, I guess you don't need to see my pin. Boys, we got Windows. We got Windows, we got We got the drive. Oh man, look at that. Oh, it's starting up Opera. Look at that, all 164 gigabytes. All 164 gigabytes. Now I didn't partition the other rest of the terabyte. So I have to do that. But we're done. We got it. 1 terabyte. Take that unallocated. New simple volume. We'll make it, I already have D, so let's make it F. Actually, let's make it G. I think F might be something already. And there we go, boys and girls. Again, don't discriminate. 755 gigabytes of free storage. It's as simple as that. It only took, let me see, how long did it take? It only took an hour and 52 minutes. Thanks for watching. Look forward to the next video. A little sneak peek for what's coming next. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to make this a video or just a post on my Facebook, but I did order this HDMI to DisplayPort adapter, which I plan on running my VR headset on this bad boy. And we're going to use AMD FSR with a FSR mod and try to get VR running on a Onexplayer. So we'll see if that works out. We'll see what kind of FPS we can get.